Today we are doing a thrift haul. It's a new type of video for me, but I think it is going to go well, and I think we're going to have a ton of fun because I have thrift things and I would like to show them off to you. That's right, this is a big bragging episode. Look what I found. Look at my goodies that I get to have. I haven't been thrifting as much as of late. I have always been a thrifter, and I used to thrift quite often. I would go at least once a week, I would say, especially when I first bought my house. But recently I've stopped because eventually you just have so many things that you're like, okay, well, I don't need to thrift anymore, really, unless I have something specifically in mind. And so I have had some things specifically in mind because I need a few items for my bedroom makeover and some other projects that I want to do. And even just like there's been some decor items that have been on my mind that I'd like to pop around the house or change. And I don't know if everybody who likes to thrift feels this way, but I find too many things at the thrift store. I often find too many things that I like. I know it's the craziest, worst problem to have. And for some reason, I think I have this like thrifting manifestation situation where I'm like, oh, I really need that. And I'll go to the thrift store and boom, there it is. So firstly, I guess I'll tell you kind of how I go about my thrifting situation, which is I'll only thrift for one category, whether it's clothing or house stuff at a time. And I'll always go into the thrift store kind of with a mindset of what I'm actually looking for. So I'll say, okay, I've really been looking for new bedding and I want a new lamp. And I'll make sure that I check those two sections thoroughly, but then I'll do a walk through the rest of the thrift store kind of just because, you know, you never know what you're gonna find. So I like to look, see if there's any like, I don't know, plates that I want, or maybe like an art piece that I like there or something like that. So I'll always just kind of do a quick walkthrough and then go to the specific spots that I actually need the items for. And I'll make sure that I go in with a plan, because otherwise I find that you end up thrifting and you end up buying a lot of things that you end up donating right back to the thrift store because you don't actually love them that much. So I try to go in already thinking about what I really want, like how I actually want this fabric or this bedding or whatever it is to look. And then when I get there, I can go and look. And then if I find something that has nothing to do with the vision that I know that I really want, then I won't get it unless it's like at least somewhat similar to what I'm looking for. And I find that's better because otherwise, if you end up buying the thing that wasn't really the thing that you want, then you're just like kind of always thinking, oh, well, I wish that this was different. Or I'll find that I'll go to the thrift store months later and find the thing that I actually wanted and then be like, well, I guess I'm just going to get rid of that other one. Which, I mean, I guess that's fine too, but there's just no point in buying things unless you absolutely love them, in my opinion, because I'm like sustainability queen or whatever. And the other thing that I'll do is I'll go to a few thrift stores on one day. So I have like a lap of about 4 or 5 thrift stores that I like to go to, and I don't go to all of them every time. Like if I've found quite a bit of stuff at the first 2 or 3, then I won't go to number 4. I find thrifting is a lot more manageable and less overwhelming when you have something on your mind and you go to multiple stores rather than going to one store and trying to look through all the skirts and then all the pants and then all the lamps and then all of the dishware. That just becomes very chaotic, and you end up like not even really knowing what you're looking at. And I feel like I end up getting a lot of things that I don't actually want that way because I'm just like, oh, that's kind of cute, I guess I'll grab that plate, even though it's like, no, I don't actually need that plate. I don't want that plate. I don't even know if that plate's gonna go with my plate. So I always go in with a bit of a plan. So let's get into everything that I found. And I'll tell you kind of like the plan that I had going in, because I really do feel like I found lots of things that I actually was looking for, which was exciting. So firstly, we got this stainless steel frame. It's very simple. It was 99 cents. Lots of people doing room makeovers are changing out their switch covers, their light switch covers, and their outlet covers for stainless steel. It's kind of in right now, I feel like. And so this was giving that vibe, and I really like it. And the reason that I wanted a new little frame is specifically to put this in. My friend made me this. Am I holding it upside down? No. My friend made me this picture of the hallway downstairs. It's so cute. I didn't even know she was an artiste. And I was like, oh my goodness, okay, this picture of the hallway has to go in the hallway, and I need a cute frame for it. So I'm gonna put like maybe like a colorful piece of paper as the background or something like that and put it in this frame, which is going to be so cute. I also was looking for a lot of fabrics because I want to change some of the bedding on my bed. So I was looking for like pillow covers or maybe like a fabric to cover my headboard with if I want to keep the headboard. I'm still still uncertain sort of where I'm going with this bedroom makeover, but I needed to find some fabrics for it. And I kind of want to cover my TV that is above my fireplace in here with either like a tapestry or a big canvas if I can staple the fabric to a canvas. So we'll see what I end up doing with these, but I found such awesome fabrics, and I feel like I rarely find cute decorative fabrics like this. These ones are easy to find, like a pillowcase fabric that you like, or like a bed sheet fabric that you like is easy to find, but like a proper fabric material is so hard to find sometimes. Firstly, I got this satin floral print. It's very cute. It's like a silky kind of fabric. There's two of them. I think they might be like napkins or something. I'm gonna sew them together and make a pillow out of this, I think, and probably give it to my sister. I think that she wants pillows, but maybe she doesn't. I don't really know. If she doesn't want the pillow, then I'll keep the pillow, but I got this because I know that she's looking for kind of like a neutral patterned pillow. And then this is one of the fabrics, which is so fun. It's this giant piece of fabric, which would be perfect for like a tapestry or an art piece, or maybe even to make like a decorative pillow out of. And it has all these people on it. It's like a bunch of people in old-timey clothing, kind of like cute, colorful clothes with parasols and stuff, and they all have these ginormous hats on. And I thought it was so cute. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it, whether it's gonna go above the fireplace or make like a big art piece for upstairs with it, or like I said, pillows. I don't really know, but I absolutely love it. I think it's so cute and fun. I think it would also be really cute as like an art piece, or maybe to like upholster a chair for like a kid's room. Not that I'm having kids anytime soon or at all, but I don't know, I just couldn't pass up on this fabric. I feel like I never find things like this. And then at the same thrift store, I'm walking through and I find another amazing fabric, which I was just like, this is shocking. 2 in one day, this is insane. That's also why you always pop into the thrift store, because I wasn't even planning on going to this thrift store. In fact, I was gonna go to the fabric store that's in this area and look for fabric, and I was gonna go to the Habitat for Humanity that's up there, but instead I was like, oh, I guess I'll go to the Value Village first and just see if they have any fabric or anything that I want. And then I ended up not even going to the fabric store because I found these fabrics. And this one is a jungle pattern. It has birds and like monkeys and trees on it, but it's not like a juvenile jungle pattern. Like it doesn't look like it belongs in a little kid's room or something like that, at least to me anyways. It's like this nice muted blue with kind of like a beige color. And yeah, I just love it so much. And I really love birds, but bird fabrics are often kind of hard to find. And buying fabric online or at the fabric store, it can get really expensive, especially like a nice fabric like this. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with this, but I actually love these fabrics so much. And that's why it's totally worth it. Like this was $7, and I'm pretty sure that one was $4. And I have like these big pieces of fabric that I can make giant wall art with, or upholster something, or whatever I wanna do. I'm so excited. And then I'm walking through the bedding section. Now, I actually spent quite a bit of time last year looking through the bedding section because I wanted Brendan and I to have 2 duvets. We have 2 single duvets currently, so that we each have like our own little duvet on our king bed, and it's honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, because when you're sleeping with someone, sorry to all my single buddies out there, you might not really know this. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you've slept next to someone before. But when you're sleeping with someone, there's 2 bodies under one big blanket making a tent. And so I'm rolled over like this, and my back is getting a draft coming in through the blanket because Brendan's body is holding up the other side of the blanket, and I want to be wrapped up like a little burrito in my blanket. And so we switched to 2 duvets last year, and it was like honestly one of the best decisions we've ever made. But that means that I had to hunt at the thrift store to find 2 sheets of the same material to make the 2 duvets, because I wanted at least one of the sides to be the same, which it is. It's like this yellow fabric, but I had to take like the fitted sheet and the flat sheet of this yellow pattern and make that be one of the sides of the duvet. And I knew I wanted something buttery yellow, so it took a long time for me to find those sheets, but ultimately, of course, it was worth it in the end. So then I was looking for fabric to cover pillows, and I saw this, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is my perfect dream stripe. I wish that that was our duvet cover, but I was like, oh, it's like a flat sheet, like there's not gonna be enough to make 2 duvet covers. And I pick it up, and this literally is a twin size duvet cover. So there's 2 sides of this bed sheet. So I'm going to tear the seam so that I have 2 pieces of this fabric and make 2 more duvet covers, because I love the butter yellow side of our duvet covers, but I don't exactly love the blue that I did on the other side. I feel like I would, but I was getting kind of fed up looking for bed sheets, and so one of the blues is striped and then the other one is just a solid blue, but I would prefer for them to both be solid or for them both to be striped, but I just couldn't find that. But so now I'm gonna make that side be this, which is so exciting. I absolutely love this, and it is all of the colors that I'm already doing in our bedroom. We've got like the earthy green, there's a red, there's like an earthy kind of yellowy, beigey color, and there's a blue too. Like this is exactly the color scheme that I want for the bedroom, like a very earthy color scheme. So that was awesome. I need water. I'm like desperate for water right now. I'm so thirsty. I'm like so thirsty. Moving on, let's do the candlesticks. I found 2 candle holders. This one is a lovely stone. It's for a tea light. I have found 2 other ones like this, and I absolutely love them. I don't know, they feel like very luxurious or something, like the stone, the polished stone and everything. They feel so fancy and nice. I really love these, so when I find them, I usually want to get them. And I really liked this, the color scheme of this one. It's like the oranges and reds. The other candlestick that I found is this one. It's really tall, which I absolutely love, and it's brass and wood, which I also absolutely love. I wanted this for the desk makeover that I just did so that I could style the desk with it. And the brass has like this really nice floral pattern on it, if you can see that. Oh my God, this is so YouTuber of me to put my hand behind so that it focuses. Do you see those flowers on that brass? Yeah, I love this. I think this is one of my new favorite candlesticks. That's all I got as far as candles goes. I don't know why I'm really feeling the urge to put my hair behind my ears today and like down my back. Like I'm like so Kim K right now. You're like, okay, Andy, we like the confidence, but you don't exactly look like Kim K. I also wanted to look for vases because currently when I buy flowers or when Brennan buys me flowers, I don't have an empty vase to put them in. All of my vases have plants in them or they're holding something else. Like this one back here that Jasmine gave me, I put my candlesticks in it. And so they all have different uses right now. And so I don't have one that I can just put my fresh flowers in. And so firstly, I found this cute little one. I love it so much. It's this lovely blue. On the bottom of it actually says potpourri, wait, how do you say the word no, it's not potpourri oil dispenser. So I guess that's what it's for, but I put these bright red daisies in it that are so cute. And I just really like this like little hand painted heart that's on here. It's so cute. I also like having small little vases like that because I like to put them on my windowsill in the kitchen. Our kitchen doesn't have like a ton of excitement in there. There's not a lot of decoration or something. It's just like a plain white kitchen. So I like to add little things where I can. The other vase that I found is this one. It's so cool. I also put some flowers in here, and it's a bunch of like mixed wooden squares that are all different tones of wood. It's actually so beautiful. I love this thing. And I've never seen anything like it at the thrift store. And then of course I'm like, what are the odds that I'm looking for vases and I find this absolutely gorgeous vase? And the last vase that I found was this one. I put this one in my desk makeover, but it is the same deal with the bedroom that I want like these earthy tones, and it's like this kind of drippy glaze on the ceramic. It's so cool. I love how the flowers look in it because it's like this kind of wide shape. And yet again, I feel like I don't often see unique, beautiful vases like this. I was even considering just getting like a plain clear glass vase or just like a plain colored one that I find. And then I found this absolutely beautiful one and I was so excited. On the note of vases, I actually saw this flat vase. It was shaped like this, right? But like this, like a tall cylinder that was kind of flat like that. And it was this beautiful Shrek green color, which is one of my favorite green colors, if you don't know. Kind of like a muddy, swampy green. But I didn't really like it as a vase because it was quite tall. And I find sometimes really tall vases look kind of awkward with the flowers coming out of them. I don't know. I just prefer like a shorter one. So I was like, okay, but I do want a colorful lamp. So I could make this vase into a lamp. But it's kind of a pain in the arse to make something like a vase into a lamp because you got to get like a diamond drill bit and like drill little holes in it so that the wire can go through, and then I'd have to wire it up and somehow attach the lamp top to the vase and glue it on, and it just kind of becomes like a very like makeshift DIY situation. And I was like, I don't want to do that right now. I feel like it's not really worth it. Whatever, I'll just see if I find a different lamp that I like. And then I'm walking through the thrift store the other day and I find a lamp that is almost the exact vase that I just described. Literally a shallow swampy green vase, and it's already a lamp. Like, it's not a vase at all, sorry, it's like a proper lamp, but this is almost exactly what the vase looked like that I was considering making a lamp. Isn't that the craziest thing ever? So I do still need a shade for this, which I'm kind of having a hard time finding a lamp shade, but I'm sure I will find one eventually, and it's not urgent. I find that the ones that are really wide brim look very cool. I also like the pleated lamp shades, so we'll see what I find, but I'm so excited about this lamp, and it's actually quite big. And like I said, I wanted a colorful lamp, and I found one that is truly one of my favorite colors. Another lamp that I found that I didn't really need, but I just kind of wanted, I've never seen a cute little tiny mini version of one of these lamps before. It's so cute and small. I still have the price tag on here. It was $5. I do really like these types of brass lamps on a desk or whatever, but I don't really need one. But I'm always wanting mini lamps like this because you can't put a regular size lamp on a bookshelf or even like underneath of my kitchen cabinets. I had to have like quite a short lamp there, and I absolutely love this one. See, look, like it would even fit up here, and a regular size lamp like wouldn't fit up there, but it looks so cute to have just a little sneaky little lamp in that bookshelf. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put that one, but I do have a few spots that it could go at, so I'm excited about that. If you didn't see my desk makeover, I just made a desk that has a piano that slides out at the side of it, and I was planning on putting this pendant light that my friend gave me in between the desk and the mirror, kind of above where the piano would go. And I do really like that pendant lamp, but then I was thinking it actually would make more sense to have one of those swing-armed wall sconces that you can swing over the desk when you're using the desk, and then you could swing it over the piano when I'm playing the piano. And so I was looking on Pinterest one night, and I was like, okay, I could probably make one of these. I do have some metal poles from like an old lamp downstairs that I could try and wire something up and attach it to the wall thing, because I've never seen a lamp like that at the thrift store or something. And I could buy one online, but they're like $200. And obviously I would of course prefer to thrift one. I would prefer to thrift everything. And so I'm using my thrift store manifestation skills. And the next day, truly the next day after I've decided that I'm going to put a swing arm wall sconce on the wall, I go into the thrift store and I find this. I kid you not, the night before I had shown Brendan this example photo of the type of wall sconce that I would want. And then I found almost the exact arm for it. And I'm just going to attach a lampshade on here. And I'm not sure exactly if I would want it to go like this and have like the shade going on it like this, or if I want to flip it upside down, attach the shade here and have the shade going down like that. So we're gonna have to decide what I want to do, but I've literally never found something like this at the thrift store, which maybe it's because I'm just not looking for it. But then of course the next day I find this, and I'm not done yet. I call Brendan and I'm on the phone with him and I'm like, oh my goodness, I just found like the perfect arm wall sconce. Like, I can't even believe it. It's pretty much the same thing that I showed you last night that was $180, and instead I found it for like $4. And I'm walking through the next thrift store that I went to in my loop, and I get to the lamp section and I find this. Also plugs into the wall. I don't exactly love the shade because it kind of just looks like an upside down bowl, and I'll probably paint it because I also don't love this like sort of brown gold color. But look at this. It goes on the wall like that and then swings around. And I've seen lots of this style of one that I like on Pinterest too. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the other one upstairs in our bedroom, and then I'll find a different spot for this one, maybe even here in the living room. But what are the odds? I'm actually obsessed with these. Like, wall sconces are just so cool. They really add a little something something to the room. You know what I'm saying? As some of you may know, my partner Brendan is in school to be a pilot. He actually just finished. So he took his last flight test that he needed to take. It was his multi-engine instrument course, because after you get your commercial license, you kind of still need to do a few courses to actually finish up. And so he just finished the flight test for that. And 4 days later, I walk into the thrift store with my friend, and this is the first thing that I see. It's World War II aircrafts. Very cool plain poster, and I was like, that is literally the perfect present for Brendan finishing his flight school. So I bought it for him and I hung it up here in the hallway. I actually had it in my cart, and I was carting around the thrift store checking things out, and I had 3 ladies come up to me and tell me that it was a very cool find. 2 of them were just like, oh, that's so cool, that's an awesome poster. One of the ladies, in fact, said, I need to know the story about this plain picture and why you picked that. And I was like, oh, actually, like, my partner just finished flight school, and all of a sudden I show up and I find this. It's like so exciting. He's gonna love it. And she grabs my arm and she goes, that is God himself. What a blessing. He works in mysterious ways, doesn't he? So I don't know if you think it's manifestation or God himself or the universe or whatever it is, but I found this picture right after my boyfriend finished flight school. And that's pretty freaky if you ask me. So I bring this picture home and I hang it up on the wall. And I'm looking at it. I'm kind of checking out the planes. I didn't like look at them specifically. I mean, it's planes. He's gonna like it, but I don't really need to like perv on all these planes. But I start perving when I get home. And I'm looking at all the planes and I'm like, damn, this is pretty cool. And then I see the German warcrafts and I see the swastikas. Yes, there is multiple planes with multiple swastikas in this picture. I'm not really sure if that's bad juju, if I should cover them with stickers, or if I should keep them out in the open because it is true to the history and also lest we forget. We'll see what I decide. Let me know what you think. Do you think I should cover them up with stickers, or are you kind of like, I mean, they were on the planes, so I guess this is accurate. I have one more thing to show you. So yesterday, after I found all the fabrics at the thrift store, I decided to pop into Habitat for Humanity because there's one up north near there that I hadn't been to in a while. And so I was just perusing, you know, seeing what I could see. Currently, our living room has always been very centered around the TV, which is fine. I mean, literally, that's pretty much all we do in here is watch TV. We don't often have conversation in here with multiple people, which I would probably like to more if we had the setup for it. But it does make more sense for us to have a big couch where we can watch TV because that's what we're doing in here. But I did want to complete the circle, having like an L couch and then having 2 chairs to create a conversation area in the living room. And I do have some chairs that would work as armchairs in here that I do like, but I really wanted them to match. I just feel like it'll look better if the 2 armchairs side by side match. I like the look of the mismatched ones, but maybe just not really in our living room for some reason. And we don't have the space for like 2 big armchairs. They almost need to be like a dining chair hybrid. They can't be too wide, otherwise they wouldn't fit in here because our living room isn't that big. And yesterday at Habitat for Humanity, I found 2, in fact there was 3, but I only got 2. The other one was actually missing one of the caps for the metal tops here, so I just picked the other 2. And I found 2 of these beautiful chrome cantilever chairs. I can't believe it, I'm actually obsessed with them. They looked a little dingy in the store because they are kind of dirty and the fabric is pilling a little bit, but I was like, okay, I can definitely clean them up and I could reupholster the fabric if I need to. But then bringing them into our house, they already look so much better. Sometimes it's just hard to see the vision in the thrift store, of course. And this fabric is actually so nice. It almost feels like a wool and it's in like a little bit of a brick pattern and has little touches of orange in it, which is really fun and I love. I also love the brown color and I've been wanting some dark brown, more of like a neutral in here because there is a ton of color in our living room. And they're the perfect size to fit side by side in here while still being comfy. I really wanted like cozy, comfy, solid cushion chairs in here. I actually used to have a cantilever chair that had leather on it and it was just falling apart. It was made of 2 pieces. There was a front half and a back half. And then the 2 pieces weren't welded together. They just kind of went together in like a tube system. And so they started to get pulled apart and it just always felt like the chair was gonna fall apart. So I ended up getting rid of that chair. But of course, now when I look for chrome chairs, that's one of the first things that I think of is it going to be able to just pull apart? But these ones are all solidly welded together. There's no seams anywhere, which is great. And I looked on the bottom of them and it says they were made in Canada and they are from 1977, which is exciting and fun. They're very cool. I'm so excited. That is everything that I thrifted. Hopefully this was fun to watch. I'm very excited about all these thrift finds. I'm gonna start setting them up around the house. I think that will be one of my next videos. I'll probably do a home update soon and it'll probably feature lots of these thrift finds and me setting them up around the house. Brendan and I did go to the Lime Cordiale concert the other night. It was so much fun. So this band Lime Cordiale that we like, it's 2 brothers. They're Australian singers. I was like, what genre of music is this anyways? And Brendan said it's surf rock. I don't know, it's good though. So there's 2 brothers and one of them does most of the singing. And the last time when we went to their show last year, he was kind of like the entertainer. He's the one chatting. They're both dancing and very like fun guys and entertaining, but he was doing more of like the crowd work on the mic, I would say. And this time the other brother immediately starts talking and he's like, Lou actually lost his voice. He's been sick. And Lou like goes on the microphone and is like, this is my voice. And he has no voice. He could not sing. And it was really sad because he was trying to sing and they even said they were like, we didn't want to cancel the show, but he could truly not sing. He sang one song that is mainly talking anyway. So he kind of just like talked through it with his raspy voice. And then he tried to sing a few times and he just like couldn't do it because his voice was so gone, which was really sad. But it still was such a good show. We still had so much fun. The other brother ended up singing quite a few of the songs, which was also kind of fun. We got this kind of like unique concert that they wouldn't usually be putting on, because usually the main guy would be singing, but then the other brother was singing. And they do kind of have similar voices anyways. He also is an amazing singer. It was just like so good though, and it was like really fun. Let me know if you have any tips or suggestions of where we should go for our road trip, anything, if there's anything cool to check out. We're gonna go to San Jose, San Francisco, and then we're gonna kind of work our way around to Vegas and New Mexico and Utah. So if there's any suggestions around there, let me know. Brendan's doing most of the planning, but I'll send over the suggestions to him. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed this little thrift haul. Please give me a little like and a little subscribe if you did. And I will see you next Thursday. Okay, bye.